Good morning, everybody. And today we're going to talk about 5 things you learn in couples therapy. I'm going to segment this into different parts throughout the week and talk about each part in each video. So today we're going to talk about number 1, what you learn in relationship counseling. So one of the things that people are surprised to find that they learn is that they start to understand the context of their partner and learn about their partner's world, what their partner's thinking, what they're feeling, and even on a deeper emotional level, because oftentimes, especially if you're having a lot of conflict in your relationship, people are avoiding these emotional topics. And even if they delve into them, they may not realize how their defensiveness or the way that they respond is actually shutting down their partner. But when you come into a therapy room and you have a third person who isn't reactive or activated by your partner, they can actually ask questions and hold space for them to share their emotional world. And when the therapist is able to do that, the other partner starts to be a witness and observe and hear things they've never probably heard before about their partner's inner world and how they're thinking and how they're feeling. One of the interesting things that Gottman has found in his research is oftentimes most of our arguments happen because we don't see that the intention of our partner when they're making a criticism or trying to, ask us for something they need is good, is positive in nature. Because sometimes they kind of flub it up in the way that they actually communicate about it. In therapy, what we can start to see over time is we start to see those positive intentions of our partner. We start to understand where they're coming from when they ask us for certain things and when they make certain criticisms, and why that might be so important to them, or why even maybe based on their childhood trauma, they struggle with certain things where maybe silence in their family of origin meant that everything was wrong. But for you, you need space and you need silence to just kind of go inward and collect yourself and recharge. Or when you're struggling with feelings of stress or depression, that's how you do self-care, right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing, and maybe your partner's like reactive to the silence and trying to get you out of that because silence equals bad. So again, it's starting to understand the inner worlds of our partners, their context, where they came from and their family of origins, and having those specific conversations that you would never really have in the real world. I mean, unless you're dating a therapist. My partner is so lucky because I get to ask him all sorts of questions about his context in his life, because I'm genuinely curious. And no, I don't therapize my partner, and I am not a perfect partner. I will be the first to admit it. But I do think sometimes we do delve into those deeper topics just by the nature of my curiosity and the work that I do. All right, y'all. I hope you have an awesome start to your week. It's Monday. We're going to have an amazing week. Hopefully, stick in there if you're struggling with the quarantine blues. And I will see you tomorrow to talk about the second thing that you learn in relationship counseling.